My name is Reba Nichols. I am 26 years old. I am a single mom of a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. Both of them are little girls. I was in a relationship with their father, and I was 19, he was 28, so it was kind of like I fell in love, very in love, and I knew his history, but I wasn't sure about where it was going to take. He was sober, so I figured he was going to stay sober, especially after I found out I was pregnant and everything else. Well, he was sober for about 3 years, and that's 3 years out of our 6-year relationship. I kind of got to the point to where I was tired of living two lifestyles with him, and of course he was the father of my kids, so walking away from him was really hard for me. I was trying to do everything I could to save my family, and at that point it was, if I can't beat him, I might as well join him. So I started using with him. Probably about a year into that, DCF got into my life. Me and him were no longer together, but he was still making extremely bad decisions, and quite frankly, so was I. The only difference is I was maintaining to take care of our children, but really I was not maintaining my life like I should have. So then DCF got in my life, and then I got with Miss Sabrina Webster. She is a big part of my heart after all of this. I was the one that really bucked the system. I wanted to deny the fact that I had a problem and that there was some stuff wrong with my life, and I didn't want to see the bigger picture of what was really going on. To me, I was a mom, and I loved my kids, and yeah, okay, I may have had a little bit of a problem, but to me it wasn't what it actually was. So yeah, I bucked the system with Sabrina a lot, but every time that I would buck, she would just calmly tell me how it was. And then I went to jail, and I ended up going to treatment 2 weeks afterwards. I asked to go. Sabrina helped me get the funding, and I did 9 months in treatment. And during those 9 months, I got better acquainted with Miss Sabrina, and I got better acquainted with what I was really looking at as reality. It's nothing. Nobody ever wants to admit that they're an addict, but however, that was part of my story. And I do anything for my kids. So those 9 months in treatment seemed like nothing compared to a life without them. After I went to jail, I was in there for a couple of days until I could post my own bond. And I swore to God I was going to miss my daughter's birthday. And for me, that was the scariest moment ever, because I've been present for everything in my children's life. The longest I've been without my kids was the whole time I was in treatment and stuff like that. Like, I've never been away from my kids. So the realization of I actually might miss a significant event in my child's life, that was something that I just don't think I could live with. Ultimately, I finished my treatment. I got a job while I was in treatment. I am now the kitchen manager of that job. I'm fixing to be a service manager. I do conferences for DCF now. I open my own NA meeting. As soon as I stopped bucking, my life got so much easier. The process got so much easier. Me having to take care of my kids got so much easier. Everything was so much easier once I stopped bucking the system. My advice is to accept what it is. Obviously, these people have come to look at you through a worry of something that you are doing. Stop bucking it. There's no point. The only thing that's going to get you is trying to convince everybody around you, including yourself, that everything's okay, and then you're going to risk not working your case plan, or you're going to risk not doing that. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have not bucked the system, because I could have been back home with my kids and a little farther than what I am now in my life if I would have stopped for 5 seconds and stopped worrying about trying to convince everybody around me that I was okay, and just admitted that, okay, maybe I'm not okay. I wasn't ready to do that, and it took me a long time to get there.
And when were you reunified?
October 22nd.
And how was that for you? Like, what did that moment mean to you?
That moment meant everything. It was actually a couple days before my birthday. So, you know, I was excited to go home to my kids. I was excited to be able to cuddle them, love on them, you know, and then I got to go home a little bit before my birthday, and for me that was the most amazing thing because I actually got to spend my birthday knowing that my kids were actually mine again. They weren't, you know, partially mine and, you know, something could happen. No, they were mine. They were officially my kids. They were not anybody else's but mine.